This bountiful lot that you see in front of you is for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. You've probably already read the title, to be honest, but that doesn't matter anymore, does it? Anyway, so the system itself is obviously a mini Neo Geo Pocket Color. It comes on cartridge-based system, and it does have dual-based cartridges. I think it's dual-based anyway. I think they were going for a Neo Geo AES style. That's from what I can tell. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an overview and what I thought about the system itself and why it's quite a good system to have in general. So the first thing I'll go over is the outside of the system. Let me just get a little bit more light over things. So first thing we've got is the lovely analog stick, and if you listen closely, you can hear the little clicking. Hopefully you can hear the little clicking anyway. You've got the power button, which is just up here, obviously, because it says power. You've got your little mono speaker. As far as I'm aware, that's mono anyway. There's no stereo that comes from it unless you plug in headphones, which we'll get to that. We've obviously got, on the front, will remain at the front, we've got your A button, you've got your B button, and you've got your options button. So, Neo Geo were doing options buttons before they were cool. I say before they were cool, obviously we're just talking about, new systems these days. So when you've got it in your hand, you've got this perfect feel, you've got your own little cuppage underneath. I say cuppage, very weird there. Cuppage underneath there, and you feel very comfortable when you're playing. You don't feel any strain on your hands or anything like that. It seems to fit perfectly. You will go down at the bottom here as well. You've got your retro volume rocker here. Bear in mind this came out in like '99 or something like that, so it was roughly competing with the Game Boy Color here. So we've got the volume rocker, as I say. We've got the headphone jack that's there as well, which, as I say, gives out stereo sound. The little tiny thing that you see there is a DC in. Now, it takes 3 volts in. I have nothing that puts out 3 volts. Literally nothing that puts out 3 volts. So I have to use batteries. So we'll flip to the back. We've got the battery pack here, which takes 2 AA's, which last an awfully long time. I think they've been in there since I first ever got the system, which is about a year ago. But don't let that be a point of how much I play on it. I'm over exaggerating, to be honest. I've probably changed the batteries themselves. These are rechargeables, so they'll have twice the amount of battery power as a standard battery itself. So you're probably looking at maybe 4 or 5 times that I would have changed the batteries in the time. Bearing in mind I don't really play in it as much as I would like to, but it's still very, very good amount of battery for what you get. This little compartment here is for a watch battery. The reason why it needs a watch battery is because essentially it has a calendar and an alarm clock and world time and horoscopes and literally everything, and you put in a date and time and everything like that, and it works it all out itself, which is quite a clever little system. The thickness of it, just so you're aware, isn't that thick when you bear in mind of that. It's about the same thickness as a Game Boy. Roughly about the same size as a Game Boy. So, that's good for, taking it on the go sort of stuff. You're not talking Virtual Boy size. This is quite literally the size of your palm. We've then got on the top here something that you'll probably never use, an extension port, unless you are a little bit rich, unlike me. We've got an extension port. So the extension port is essentially, it was used for the Dreamcast. Now, when I say the Dreamcast, it sounds a little bit odd, because the Dreamcast itself died out, and that may have been a considering factor. But another considering factor is that the Neo Geo itself died off quite, the Neo Geo Pocket Color anyway, died off relatively quickly. But what essentially happened was, for games like, Fatal Fury and, well, no, not Fatal Fury, basically any SNK game that was on the Dreamcast, fighting game wise, there was a version of it. So King of Fighters, as an example, as far as I'm aware, there was a Dreamcast version. You'd be able to put in your King of Fighters Round 1 into the console, plug in the extension port into the Dreamcast itself, and you'd be able to add on, say, a new character to the Dreamcast version. And, you know, stuff like that. And you'd be able to have, say, put in a different game, say Metal Slug, and you'd be able to add on another character. There's specific characters that would add on, sorry, there's specific games that would add on new characters to the game. So that was quite an interesting concept from Neo Geo and Sega themselves, which is, you know, quite interesting. The This is obviously where the cartridge goes at the back as well. I forgot to mention there, just in case someone decided to say, where does the cartridge go, when you can see it. But I personally believe that the comfort, you know, the way that this system is comfy, the way that this system, you know, it seems to play out. It doesn't have a back screen, but, you know, the way that the system plays, the games that come with it as well, for, say, Metal Slug, or, say, King of Fighters, you know, anything that you like to do with the Neo Geo itself, it's well worth it because it's a portable Neo Geo. And, just to mention as well, with the backlight, it is possible to take a Game Boy Advance SP backlight and put it around the outside itself. So I personally wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't mind getting one that's done already. I wouldn't want to touch this one because apparently it's like a limited edition colour. It's like a carbon fibre colour. But I'd definitely say purchase it if you are looking for a new system to purchase or to even just play for a length of time. You will need some light. At the minute I'm using a lamp that's up there that's making it look very light on the screen, but I'll just display for you how dark it is. So in fact, if I just point away, that, you know, that's the idea of what you're working with. Not a lot of light, and there's literally no options or anything like that to put on a light at all. So if I put the light back onto the system, you can see it's you know, it's much lighter. So I personally would say, if you don't mind the light version itself, you think you're going to be in quite a lot of light in the first place, definitely do... Oh, crap, I can't control the light properly now, but it doesn't matter. Do definitely pick up the system, especially for the Metal Slug games. It takes the Metal Slug games on the go, and it's a much cheaper alternative to buying the AES versions as well. You know, for me personally, when I purchased the system, I got the system itself, Metal Slug, and Pac-Man as well that's in here. I think it was like £28, something like that. Ridiculously cheap. You buy the same stuff on the AES, you're talking say £300-400 just for the system, and then the cartridges themselves, because they're so big, you're talking say £100 each for those. Maybe more for Metal Slug, to be honest. You're probably talking 200. So you're looking maybe £500-600 just for a game and the system. Whereas this is just a minor compared to that setback. And you also get the nice little clicky analog stick that you never see on a console these days, or any other console since the Neo Geo Pocket Color. So anyway, guys, leave a like, leave a comment of any games that you can suggest for me to pick up. I do already have quite a lot of games, as you can see. Not actually that many when you look at it. I've got 8 games, essentially. I won't go through those at the moment because the game this is going on too long anyway. But anyway, let me know of anything else that you would like to see in any future videos. I'm obviously putting out these videos weekly, so thanks a lot for watching if you are watching these weekly, or if you just recently subscribed. I know a few of you have as well. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, as I say, and like this video. Bye!